All right, joining me today is the founder of the New England Fanfest and the creator of the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, Joseph Bruen. Joseph, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Steve.
Hey man, so we are literally 3 days away from probably the biggest wrestling convention in the world right now, New England Fan Fest 5, happening this weekend in Rhode Island at the Rhode Island Convention Center. Joseph, man, it's been a long time. This is number 5. How did we get to number 5? Could we maybe tell all the listeners out there today about how it all began a little bit?
Yeah, sure, man. I mean, we started the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame was founded in 2008. We started it off real small with a mini induction ceremony taking the place of intermission at a small independent show, and it just grew from there. 2009, we turned it into its own event, the ceremony outside of an actual wrestling show, and it was a huge success, and we decided to do it each and every year. 2010 brought it back, but in 2010, I decided to maybe just tie in a mini fan fest with it, a nice little meet and greet for fans, and we had just a few super ticket guests that year, and it really started to grow. We had about 10 or 11 super ticket guests the following year in 2011, and by that time, we just outgrew our location in East Providence, Rhode Island, moved on to Fairhaven, Mass. At the Seaport in 2013. That was our first time there and already outgrew it that year. That place was jam-packed. And then, of course, last year at the Crown Plaza in Warwick with FanFest 4. Huge facility, beautiful place, and another great crowd on hand, and a special event indeed. And now the Rhode Island Convention Center. I mean, it's bigger, it's better, and it's certainly going to make the mark in not only the wrestling business, but for New England itself.
Sure. Now, we have an incredible lineup for people who are coming out today. We have Bill Goldberg, Eric Bischoff, Larry Zbyszko, Tony Atlas. The list goes on and on. Scott Hall. I mean, you guys check out newenglandfanfest.com. If you don't have your tickets right now, get them. Get them right now. Just, listen to us and go get the tickets. But besides all the meet and greets going on this weekend, I mean, there's a lot of other events happening, like Friday night. Can you tell us a little bit about the VIP dinner?
Sure, and it's something special that we like to do because it's not just a wrestling autograph session. I mean, we want to make this a complete weekend for the ultimate wrestling fan, and we're kicking it off Friday night, June the 26th, also taking place at the Rhode Island Convention Center right there in Providence, kicking it off with a VIP dinner, and that's going to be from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. Basically, there's going to be about 15 superstars involved in the dinner. There'll be a superstar sitting at each round, and basically you just go in and choose which star you'd like to dine with, basically wine and dine for the evening, 2 hours of a very intimate meal where you could just, talk to your favorite stars and ask the questions maybe you were always wondering. And it's $100 for the VIP dinner ticket. They will not be on sale at the door, so it's exclusive to pre-sale only, and we only have a few left, but you can purchase those right off of the website, newenglandfanfest.com. And a part of that dinner, Eric Bischoff will be there, and James E. Cornette, good old JR, Jim Ross. A lot of the divas will be on hand, Ryan Shamrock and Jackie Gata Haas. So it's really going to be something special. Tommy Lister, formerly known as Zeus, will be a part of the dinner as well. The Pug Alex Porto, Glacier from WCW, and with the $100 ticket purchase, like I said, intimate, sitting with the stars and just whining and dining, and non-alcoholic beverages and dinner obviously included in the ticket. There will be a cash bar there as well.
Sure. Now this is just starting off the weekend of events, right? Because following the dinner, we have the Jim Cornette one-man show happening. Can you tell us a little bit about that? I mean, the stacked weekend already.
Oh, absolutely. I'm very excited to bring this to reality. The Jim Cornette one-man show has been done in other locations, and it's something special. It's certainly something that has got fans talking. And Jim Cornette, a very controversial, outspoken superstar as it is, so something you certainly don't want to miss. We're calling it Corny in New England, and basically it's only $15 to get in. Tickets will be available at the door. $15 gets you in starting at 8:30, so just after the dinner, and probably go till about 10 p.m. Basically, it's a stand-up variety show. You're looking at comedy. You're looking at current events. a little Q&A action, some crowd interaction, road stories. I mean, you name it. It's just an hour and a half plus of Jim Cornette at his finest. And it's going to be filmed for a DVD release, so that'll be pretty cool, and hosted by Sam Roberts of the Opie and Anthony Show. So certainly something special, and just a nice night, dinner and some entertainment.
Awesome. Yeah, now that's just Friday night. Now, as we get into Saturday, the main day of the Fan Fest, your guys are going to be having some Q&A sessions as well, and some deluxe photo ops. Can we tell any of the fans about what they can expect when they walk in the door that day?
Absolutely, and for those wondering what the schedule is, they can go to NewEnglandFanFest.com. The complete schedule is up on the website under schedule, and basically there's going to be signings and photo ops, as you mentioned. There'll be an Eric Bischoff question and answer session. There'll also be a Bill Goldberg Q&A. Both Q&As are an hour each. Gives you a unique opportunity to ask the stars up close and personal any questions you may have. There'll also be a super ticket panel Q&A session. This is a special one. It's including probably about 15 of the super ticket guests, whole variety of superstars, hosted by Howard Finkel. I also forgot to mention the Bill Goldberg and Eric Bischoff Q&As will be hosted by New England Hall of Famer Rich Palladino. And of course, there's also going to be a James E. Cornette live shoot interview on location being shot for DVD with a live studio audience. So anybody who purchases tickets for that, any of their questions that they may ask, that's eventually going to be seen on DVD. So that's another pretty cool aspect as well. The deluxe photo ops, something unique that you don't see elsewhere really. We're doing the Mr. USA Tony Atlas deluxe photo op, which will be basically Flocka Flamingo. Right out of Legends House, you'll see flamingos all over the place, maybe a bubble machine. I mean, it's going to get crazy, but certainly a unique opportunity to get a picture with Tony. Zeus will be there, Tommy Lister. You can recreate the cover of No Holds Barred and stare down with the man one-on-one. There will be a ladder match deluxe photo op with Scott Hall. Obviously, he one of the gentlemen who brought the ladder match and really put that on the map. So, there'll be a big ladder there, 8-foot ladder, a replica Intercontinental Championship belt hanging from it. Get a picture right in front with Scott himself. There'll be bikini photo ops throughout the day with 5 of the divas, Ryan Shamrock and Jackie Gaeta Haas, Maria Kanellis, Crystal Marshall, Shelly Martinez. We'll be selling the deluxe bikini super ticket, which includes all 5 of them, or you can purchase them separately as well. All tickets are going to be available at the door. And there's going to be a deluxe photo op with Glacier, former WCW superstar Ray Lloyd. He'll be in full attire. There's going to be fog machines going. Again, it's just going to be getting crazy in there. He'll have his original attire on, his original helmet. So deluxe photo op, certainly the way to go. Brings a lot of fun to it. And, of course, the living legend Larry Zbyszko. Get a picture with Larry in front of a nice backdrop with a replica AWA championship belt. So certainly a lot going on in Providence on that day.
Yeah, wow. I mean, it's exciting. I wish it was Friday already. I can't wait to get there. But now, I mean, on top of all this happening, from, the VIP dinner, from, the Get Corny with Cornette, we also have the Hall of Fame ceremony happening Saturday night. Can you tell us a little bit about who's being inducted briefly and, what fans can expect who may not have attended the Hall of Fame ceremony in the past?
Sure. I mean, we basically built this entire weekend around the Hall of Fame in prior years. So this is something special, near and dear to my heart. New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, the induction ceremony hosted by the legendary Howard Finkel. His co-host this year, second year in a row, will be Rich Palladino. And basically we'll be honoring a lot of stars who have paved the way here in the New England area and may not go recognized otherwise. Some made it to WWE, some haven't. It'll be basically headlined by the legendary Mean Gene Okerlund. He will be inducted into the Hall, as well as former WWE referee Jimmy Corderas, the legendary Fred Curry, Flying Fred Curry here from the New England area, former WWF star. Of course, James E. Cornette, Jim Cornette himself, will be inducted, and some great local talents like ROH ring announcer Bobby Cruz, Eric Sprasia from the NWA and the Tony Rumble era, Slick Wagner Brown, SWB himself, and a whole host of others. Heavenly Johnny Angel will be inducted this year, and Redemption, and it's just going to be a who's who, lots of great faces from the New England scene, and really looking forward to it. And a longtime executive from the WWE, Ed Cohen, will be receiving the New England Icon Award, only the third annual, and certainly going to be a special night.
Sure. Now, this has been a year in the making, pretty much. I mean, do you ever get a chance to sleep, Joseph? Or is, I know you're busy with this, and I know you probably can't even sleep till after this weekend. But man, putting all this time in to get this, this together, it sure has got to take a toll on you, huh? How have you been handling that? Have you been okay with it? The pressure okay? Now that we're down to 3 days.
Oh man, I mean, you're right. I mean, it really does. It takes a toll. There's a lot of stress involved and high anxiety for sure. But it's a labor of love and certainly something that I love doing. So it certainly takes up the entire year. I mean, I think of New England Fanfest 6 days before New England Fanfest 5 is even here. So always have the mind turning, and there's always something going on. But I think things are looking great. Advanced ticket sales are awesome this year, and with a beautiful location. This is our first time at the convention center. I mean, it's such a nice place, and it's spacious. It's unlike any other wrestling convention, really, where space-wise. I mean, it's just going to be beautiful. So this is going to be something that you don't want to miss, without a doubt. I mean, the biggest pro wrestling gathering in the New England scene, for sure.
Well, guys and girls, you heard it here first. 3 days and counting until the New England Fan Fest 5. Guys, if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, or you still aren't convinced on what we just talked about, head on over to newenglandfanfest.com. And Joseph Bruen, any last words before this weekend? I know you're going to be busy.
Well, I'm looking forward to having you guys live on location, doing the podcast up live. That's going to be awesome. And I encourage the fans, I mean, whether you're a casual fan or a diehard fan, we've got something for everybody. And there's going to be vendors with T-shirts and action figures, DVDs, you name it. Everything's going to be there. If you're somebody who just wants to browse around and not necessarily even meet anybody, that's an option too. General admission tickets, just $20. They'll be available at the door the day of. We accept credit cards for everything. And you can just browse around, look at the merchandise, say hello to people. And if you're a diehard, we have all the individual autograph tickets and photo op tickets available as well the day of. So really it fits for everything. It's a family-friendly event. You can take the entire family, and there'll be activities throughout the day. So certainly something special. And obviously the snack bars will be open in the arena. We'll have cash bar, plenty of stuff going on. And it's in the heart of Providence. So it's literally attached to our host hotel, the Omni Providence, which is also attached to the Providence Place Mall. So there's plenty of stuff to do.
Great. And we'll see you this weekend, Joseph. I can't wait. And we'll see you out there in Rhode Island.
Absolutely, Steve. Pleasure being here, and thanks so much for having me.